That's just weird. But anyway, okay, so Miss Gloria has asked me to go in and have a look at her page on her Australia Wine of the Month Club. She has her green and green, but her flesh score is a little low. And so she wanted me to have a look at it to see if there was a way that we could get that up. And the one thing you want to, some people don't understand what this flesh reading score means. It means that your pages are real easy to read. That means a fifth grader, third grader, anybody that has a capability of reading and understanding can come to your page and they can read and understand what it's saying. Because this is low, there's only a couple things that will cause it to be low. And it could be the length of your page has one of the issues. It also could be how it's organized. If you don't have enough of content, like this page right here, I can tell you right now, it has too many images. This right here is still considered an image, even though you have steps.
Okay.
This right here is an image. It's close to this image and it's too close to this video.
Okay.
Okay. The other thing is your content. We're going to look up here and see your content. You have 663 words. Okay.
Okay.
You have 5 headings. You have too many headings for the amount of words you have.
Okay.
So even though you have green and green in your readability, you followed all the parameters and protocols, it would still make it hard for somebody to come and read because it's too short of the content. In other words, you haven't expanded enough for them to understand what's going on. So you have short paragraphs, which is good. Your sentence structure is short, but your content doesn't match the amount of images you have or how many, like this right here, you have a heading. This isn't considered content. This is considered bulletproofs for this heading. So if you have a heading like this, you definitely want to make sure that you have content before you get to the bullet points.
Okay.
And right here where this is step 1, step 2, step 3, this little button is still considered an image. So in order to make that not appear like an image, it would be better to put this as a list. You would get your flesh score to come up by doing that, because then it would have content to go with that heading. Right now you have a heading out there with no content to it.
Okay. That makes sense too.
Okay.
Okay.
Just like this, it says get started now. So even though this is a small heading, you have a very short paragraph with it. It doesn't really tell them about what you need to do to get started now.
Okay.
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 So that's one of the things. But again, you have too many images for that. So that's one of the things that I would do is get here, make a paragraph, and then explain that here are the steps to get you started. And then put this, remove these, and then put this in a list format.
Okay.
Yep. And then these pictures right here are too close.
The bottles and the one above it.
Yep.
Okay.
I would actually, once you get this list, I would move this down here somewhere because you have no image towards the end of your page.
Okay.
I would increase this. Your opening paragraph should always give them 1, a direction of what your page is talking about. 2, a way to go ahead and get started with whatever product you're talking about. So you're going to explain what the Wine of the Month Club is, how it works, and say how to get started right now. So you have 3, 4 sentences, and it doesn't quite do that. So make this a little bit longer. Your opening, I always tell people my opening paragraph sometimes runs 7 to 8 sentences.
Okay.
And then you can leave this video here. I would take this picture out unless you expand this.
Okay.
Again, you have a header right here where this says paragraph. Okay, so that's fine. But this right here with these 2 here, I would literally move this, make this a list, put you a paragraph right here to go with this, and then have an image down here.
Okay.
Expand this a little bit. The get started now, again, I would say, you know, you're talking about how they can get, right here, 3 to 6 bottles. We don't do that anymore. It's
Oh,
four.
it's 4.
4. I'm gonna go ahead and
Okay.
change that. 4 6 bottles or case. All right, so I went ahead and updated that.
Okay. I will do the changes.
Okay, and then let's check and see if you got alternative. Yeah, Australia Wine of the Month Club. So you want to make sure you have that in there. Like this one, you don't have anything. So you want to make sure you got an alternative text for all of your images.
Okay.
This one,
Okay.
you don't have anything. So you want to put that in there. And the reason you want to put that in there is when Google picks up your image for Google Images for this page, you
Mhm.
want to be able for them to double click your image and come directly to your page. By you not doing this alternative text, they can't categorize your image into any category. So they can't even
Okay.
put this image in a wine category because you're not telling them where it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. So fix those little things right there and then see if your flesh score goes up.
Okay. I will do that. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Let me update this one more time.
Sheila, you said you could get 4 or 6 bottles or a case. How many is in a case?
Yeah, you can have your monthly shipment as a case.
How many is in there?
12.
Oh.
Yep.
Can you get a case of all the same wine?
No, you can do it on custom cases, which is an extra order. But
So
your
if you
monthly
do-
shipment's always going to be a mix, whether it's all reds, all whites, or a combination.
So if you do a custom case, can you get all Merlot?
Yep, but that's going to be outside your regular order.
Okay.
So say you get a monthly shipment of 4 bottles or 6 bottles. Say you get your monthly shipment and then you're like, okay, I want to order a custom case. Then you can go in, select custom case, put it, if it, like you said today, if it's available, you can put all of it the same wine if they have that in the warehouse and they'll send you that. And then
And
you
can
just pay it.
Can you send that to somebody else?
Yep. When you go to checkout, you're going to change the shipping address.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And that'll go directly to wherever you send it. And then that way it comes from the warehouse. They have all the licenses to send everywhere. And because most places like here in North Carolina, I can't ship wine to anybody because I don't like, and the other lady was talking today, wherever she's at, Oklahoma, Ohio or somewhere, she can't ship wine to anybody from her house either, even as a gift.
Right.
Unless you have a license. Most states are like that. Unless you have a license, you can't ship it. Where if you send it straight from the back office and just change the address, the ship to address, it doesn't affect your address of where you're sending it. But when you get ready to have your order redone, you want to make sure you go in and change that ship to address back to your address, or it's going to continue to go to where you changed it to.
Okay. So then that if we do a custom case, we get the regular discount that we normally
Yep.
get?
Yep.
Okay.
Because you're still ordering it for somebody.
Okay.
All right, so right now, if I wrote them all down correctly, plus the 3 that we had this earlier on in the fall, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 new products coming to our Sephora page as soon as they get it updated. Here's one, Cursed San Diablo, which is the churros. The Anne Renwick, which is the clothing line that they introduced last week.
That's nice.
Okay. This is our WoWo, which they also introduced this. This is the body scrubber. It's a nylon body scrubber. It's about 3 feet long. It claims it does all kind of stuff. It doesn't mold, mildew. It dries out. It actually removes some skin tags. It exfoliates. Their story was amazing. When I was listening to it the other day, a husband and wife has created this, and it comes in several different colors that you can order it with. And this is how it's packaged. It's packaged in a jar. When I first saw it, I thought it was some kind of exfoliating cream, but it's actually a washcloth. So yeah, there's all kind of stuff in there that you can see about that one. This is the one that they talked about today. This is the, who did he play with? Where did I write that down? Was it Green Bay? No, 49ers. Yeah. He played, or was his, yeah, he plays for the 49ers, him and his brother. His brother also plays for another team, but they didn't say who his brother played for. But these are two football guys that have created this program. There he is right there, both of them. And they are actually, every month, they are giving away something. This month, they're giving away this UTV. But is he the one that was on today? I think he's the one that was on. He was the one that was on today. Man, they look like twins, don't they? Jesus.
You do.
But he was talking. It was just amazing hearing his story. That they grew up in Utah. They were camping all the time, you know, and they just wanted to find a way to help other people experience that, and not lose sight of the popularity of things, of being outdoors. So they created this this website. There's actually two of them. One of them is just kind of a little bit of everything. This is the Survival Zone. They're both interconnected. So once we get our links, if you advertise the one, there's a tracking for both. They have most of the items on the same thing. Like this item, the survivalzone.com, they can actually advertise like hunting knives, ammo, things like that. The other one, the bugoutgiveaway.com, they can't. So, but like you said, there's some things on here that you can get, you know, emergency prep, camping stuff, that, you know, just basics things that you can get. All right. Then here's the one that I know I'm going to be buying a lot of, because y'all know me, I got all these sports fanatics in my house. But this is, it's called Klitsch, and it's klitsch.co, C-O, not com. And these are holders for like your tennis shoes, your shoes to go on your bags, your athletic gear. If you want to go hiking, it's just to put things on. The football guy that was on there said he was ordering him some. He's like, this is amazing. I don't have to keep stuffing it in my bag. And it has deodorizers that goes in them, so you don't have to worry about your shoes stinking. That's a big thing is, you know, with Eli, his feet sweat, even though he's 8 years old, but when he takes them out of his bag, his whole bag reeks. So this is just one of the things that, you know, like they say, same thing with my husband, but he said there's multiple purposes for it. You know, like gloves would be a perfect thing if you had like hiking gloves, your shoes, anything that clips on the outside of your to-go bag. You know, sports bottles that you have with the handle, this will be a good thing to use. Yes, Papa, I'm sorry, you hear him hollering, Nana. So, and then here's the one that we didn't get to talk about today. He mentioned it, but we didn't get to talk about it. It's called ladylux.com. And it's athletic wear. And I just been looking through it. It's tops, bottoms. It even has faux leather, and it's vegan. It's not, one of them even says vegan friendly. This one, vegan leather, recycled vegan leather. So those that are in the vegan community, this is a company backed by the Dallas Cowboys. So that will be a good ploy. They have the cowboy collection. So, I mean, Tanya's already said she's getting it. But this is the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders use this stuff. So that would be a good thing. Then you have college. You have the different college logos you can use on this one, different tops that you can use. So again, this is one, and this is called Katie Lux, CADYLUXE.
It's K-A.
So
It's C. It's K-A.
So, and then we have the V Medical. I didn't do that one. That's the one he did today. And this one is another cell phone case. You know, we already have the Rockware. which I love mine. Goes with me everywhere. I have it on in my truck, the little button, and it just magnetizes right there. I can put my GPS up, everything. But this is one of the things that he was talking about. It's called vmedical.com. It's actually a cell phone case that you can use to get your blood pressure, your pulse, your O2 sensors, O2 sap. You can get your heart rate. You can check your blood pressure, your breathing, all kind of different things. It also has a thermometer. This little thing here, most people think it's an antenna. It's actually a thermometer. So you can get your temperature. So you can tell if you're getting too hot, too cold, you know, different things that you can do. And it has, you know, the plan. You can, like he was saying, you can pay for it at once, or they actually have a payment program. So it's like $14.95 a month, or you can pay for it all at one time with the connection fee.
That $14.95 a month go towards the purchase?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yep.
Wouldn't make sense to pay it every month and then it's just like a rental.
Yep. It's for the purchase.
Yeah, if that thing monitored blood sugar, it'd be perfect.
I know, and he said they're constantly updating and working on things, so I wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't have that in there soon. So this is all the
Social
different
media.
phones that it works for currently. He said they are working on getting it to more phones, but it looks like it has just about all of them there so far. Not sure what else people would use, and it comes in different ones. And this one has a warranty and replacement plan. So again, just look through, see what it does. This one has Bluetooth connection. As you can see, this ships worldwide. So again, there's no limit to where we can post those ads to it. It has iOS and Android, where you can download the app to make this all work, because there's an app for it. So again, it's got 30-day risk-free battery life. I think he said the battery lasted, can't remember if he said 27 days or 27 hours. I think, can't remember. He said it on there. It's in here somewhere. Up to 10 days with normal use. All right. And only needs charging for 20 minutes to give it full battery life. So it was 10 days. So good. With normal use. I don't know what's considered normal use.
Yeah.
So again, these are some great videos and little blurbs that you can use on your site when you're making it. Roy's, you know, tells you capabilities, and then some of the customer reviews, things like that. They got track and delivery, free returns, and it has a client support. So again, this is one of those things that again, you can just market it anywhere. I think so far, all of the ones that we have, they did tell Roy that we can ship anywhere. They're worldwide. I think, yeah, even the WoWo Clean is worldwide. Now the women's clothing, I'm not sure. I think she said she's only in the United States currently. Curse Cosmetics, she's worldwide. And then the V Medical's worldwide. I don't know about this one since we didn't get to talk with them to see where they're shipping. But it's not going to hurt to put it, you know, at least to the United States first and then market it from there. But again, there's just, you know, so many different things. We were looking for a good clothing line that we're not going to have to worry about them going away. The fact that this one's actually affiliated with a popular football team would help as a good selling point. So, so one of my things to do is to see where y'all want to get started. I know Rory is going to be on that 24-hour training call tonight. He's starting at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, which is 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, and it's 6 p.m. Pacific. And he's going to go until that exact same time Sunday. I'm going to try my best to hang with him as long as I can. I'm going to try to do the 24 hours. So, because I want to see what he's doing. I know he's going to be creating pages. And the one thing he asked us all to do is go ahead and start these pages. and get them published so that and start getting traffic to our sites. The one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send them straight to the company right now for a link. And then when we get our actual links, I'll just, substitute it. Because they're going to bookmark my site. They're going to bookmark the link, and then that way they know where to come to get the product. Again, it depends on how you want to do it. It's totally up to you. Go ahead, Phyllis.
A question on all of these links. I wasn't fast enough to write them down. Are they going to be located someplace?
Yeah, I'm going to create a document and put them all in a spreadsheet and send it.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I just got to get them all. I know I'm missing like 3, 4 of them that we had earlier in the year. I like the bathing suit, the karaoke machine. What was the other one? It's a bathing suit, karaoke machine. Where did I have it? I think I put it in my information pages. What, Papa? He's woke up now, guys. Sorry. He's
Be a
been
good
awake.
baby, though.
He sounds happy.
Yeah,
He wants to come to the Zoom meeting.
he
One-
does, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't get nothing done. He'll be trying to get on my all of my buttons. He likes
Yep.
to mash buttons. He's a Dennis the
Yep.
Menace type person.
I've got a 5-year-old like that.
If there is
Thanks,
a
man.
button, he's gonna mash it.
Yep.
All right, so where was it at? I got them here somewhere. See, these are all my research things, guys. That's why I said when I come across something good, I keep it. Oh, the Joyful Bee is the other one I didn't put in
Right.
there. The Joyful Bee is the other one.
I just created a beautiful page for Joyful Bee.
I tell you what, there's a lot of people searching on how to, what was it? I put how to manage curly hair. That's what I typed in, and I was like, okay, that's what people are searching, how to manage curly hair. And I said, I'm going to use that as my key phrase. Okay, I can't find them right now. I just had them up, and I was like, okay, I need to keep them up there, and I did, and I took them down. But they're here somewhere. But there's one I'm missing. I know it was another clothing line, I think. It was the swimsuit. Oh, the lips. Gorgeous. Miami Gorgeous. That was it. Miami Gorgeous, Color, and Winky Looks. That was it. They're right here in front of me. Duh. And the language. Learn a language.
Yeah.
Lingo Pie.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good. That's good. Those are better selections, really.
Got Lingo Pie. Miami Gorgeous. Winky Lux, WINKYLUX, and then this Color. I can't remember. That's the karaoke. Is that the karaoke? No, that's the women's clothes.
All this is gonna be in Sephora.
All this is going to be in Sephora as soon as
Yeah.
they get it up and running.
Okay.
Like you said, they have the stuff there, but every time they try to go put it in, it crashes. So they're trying, that's what they said, they're updating the servers, getting more memory in there, getting it to the ability to where it can handle everything that we're putting in it.
Well, I heard somebody ask, in fact, I think this is the guy that normally opens up the calls. He said, so we're going to try to crash it. He said, yeah, go ahead, try to crash it.
Yep, that's what they want us to do, because then that way they can tell what we need to do. But this is the Color.
Remember this one?
Yep. And I mean,
Beautiful.
it's very
Oh,
high end.
Yeah, yeah.
This would actually go really great with the Napa Chic, or if you're doing a high-end fashion, sleek and sexy, gorgeous and sexy, something like that. But let me go ahead and I'm going to post these in the chat. Hold on, let me pull the chat up. And what I'm gonna do is as they get posted, you just click on them. You can't copy them in from the chat, but you can You just have to open them up. And then bookmark them so you know where they are. Most of you should have Curse Cosmetics, but if you don't, I'm going to post that one in there too.
No, I do not.
Okay.
And then I'm going to post the link for. Okay, Papa. I'm gonna post the link in there for the key phrase document I've had. Now these next two, the bug out giveaway and the survival zone.live, are the same, run by the same people, same two brothers. But like you said, one of them has strict stipulations, the other one doesn't. So they started the second one after they found out about all the different restrictions they had on the first one.
So it's
And they
bug
do
out
have a
giveaway
giveaway
and
every
what?
month, like you said, or every couple of months.
What is the other one? Bug out giveaway and what?
Hold on, it's in there. You looking at the chat?
I'm trying to and watching where you're going too. I don't do well trying to do two things at the same time.
Yes,
Select
you
all.
did.
Yes. Yes. Select all.
All right, and then I'm gonna pull up my Joyful Bee. All right, Miami Gorgeous. Okay, Miami Gorgeous, I think, was the swimwear.
Oh no. I done it again.
All right, let me get this next one. And those of you that can jump on some tonight and just see what Rory's going, oh, that was the swimwear. I knew there was another one I missed. TA3 is the swimwear. This is the swimsuit that has a tummy control, mesh control in it.
I'll be glad when we get to that one.
I know. It
You got
they
that.
said once you get this, you won't ever have to buy another swimsuit. Is what they said.
Huh.
It only comes in black so far. That was the downside. I mean, if I'm gonna be at the beach, I don't want to be in black.
Yeah.
It's just like, give me some color, black,
Uh-huh.
give me some pastels that's gonna reflect the sun, not absorb it.
Exactly.
You can put a scarf around.
You know what?
belly,
I probably
belly.
would.
Yeah, around the belly. Perfect.
So we're gonna get this one, and this is another one. That we did, and this is another cosmetic, is the Winky Lux.
Boy.
So that's why I said I can't wait till all these get in there, and I got a lot of pages I need to catch up on.
Yeah, we need another way to get all this stuff in here.
And I'll probably go back through and the Sing Tricks is our karaoke.
The karaoke, I don't think I have.
Sing tricks.
What's the name of that? Sing Tricks. Okay.
Mhm.
Sing Tricks.
Tricks. TRX. TRIX.
And
calm. I do better writing them down because I'm clicking them and trying to save them at the same time.
Me too, and I'm getting behind.
Yeah, but she's clicking and clicking and I'm trying
know
to
it.
save and save.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5. Oh, here's the language one. What, Papa? Yeah. So I got my work cut out for me too, because I thought I was only a few behind, but looks like I'm quite a bit. We already got the Phoenix.
Yeah,
And,
I'm getting so many clicks on that thing and no sales.
yeah, I got several people following me on
Amazing.
TikTok and Instagram because of the Phoenix.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
but again, they haven't done any sales, and I'm wondering if it's because they are just nervous. Here's the Joyful Bee document that she sent that has some great information in it, you guys, for her stuff.
oh, that
Yeah.
I need, because I just finished it. What's the last one here?
Yeah,
Where are you at?
look in the chat.
We are, Sheila. We're looking at the chat, but your finger's going crazy.
I'm trying to keep up with the chat, and trying to sign them on under
I
advertising.
hit that last, oh, here it is. Here's the joy. Now, where does she put the new information? I brought it up. It's in Drive, but which folder in Drive?
Oh, shoot.
She's got, look, she says, I don't know which one she updates.
There you
She
are.
just says that she adds stuff in it as she gets it. I don't know which folder she puts it in.
Okay, so how do I save for this? Are you sharing this Drive page? Are you sharing it?
Yeah. It should be on there. If you don't, oh, we already did Ann.
I don't see
I
share.
was taking pictures of the chat, so I got all my links that way.
So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to
So-
get the chat, because once I save, get in the conversation
Huh?
or finish the Zoom call, I can actually go in and print out the chat. So that's what I'll do and put it in the student classroom.
Hey,
Yeah,
awesome.
I think
Awesome.
that would help a lot, really.
Yes, it was.
Because
Then we
I
can
didn't
pay
realize
attention
there
to-
was so many guys. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what, 25, 20?
Well, you said something about that to begin with, but you know,
Yeah,
it's
that's-
easier
that's
to
quite a
listen to
bit.
you and watch you versus trying to make note of and save on to it.
That's
At the same
one.
time, you're talking about something else. So I got lost.
Limited inventory remains. Oh my goodness.
What was
You're
that?
gonna need some more inventory.
So we got 20 just in that, guys.
You're kidding.
Oh, wow.
Oh my
Uh-uh.
goodness.
There's 20. I'm behind. I've only done like 6 pages. So yeah, but we got 4 or 5 products this week.
That's good. That's
So
Wow.
that's much better. Now I feel like I got a website.
Sheila, are you trying to give us all heart attacks?
no.
Oh, it's Rory. It's Rory doing it.
Well, it's like I said, hold on a minute. I got to go grab him. Give me just a minute.
Okay.
Okay, Papa, I'm coming.
Oh my goodness. I thought I was doing so well.
I'm falling further and further behind because I'm already behind you, all you guys.
Yeah,
And
but
gals.
at least of these things we can relate to, I can
Right?
relate to this. Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Mm.
Okay.
Sheila,
See everybody?
Sheila, I have a question.
Okay.
If we got pages, that we write for all this stuff, but we can't really we can't put them on our category. But can we put them in, if you go into health and fitness, can you put them just on that page?
Yes, that's where you're gonna put them now. If you have space, what I tell you? No, you can't push Mama's buttons. So
I mean, we can only do 90.
Stop.
We can only do 90 something, right? On the category
Yes.
list.
So here's my Napa Chic page right here. Culture, it's right now, it's just a floating page. This is one of the pages that I'm gonna put the women's clothing line in. Right
Mhm.
now, it just has a link to my wine.
Yes, you can put it in with another page, but I mean, if you want to put it in, can you go to your home page?
Yep, that's where I'm getting ready to go. So my homepage, I actually,
Okay,
those of you that know, I got my new pins. This is my marketing tool for those that don't know. So I have a pin that I had made. Can you see it?
Yes, we can see it. We see it on
Alright.
your home page. Yeah.
Yep. So that's my pin. And instead of giving out business cards, I had this company make this pin for me and I give it out everywhere.
You
Oh,
go,
wow.
Sheila. You
And
go.
Yeah,
when I was in
absolutely.
Destin, before I left Destin, the people at the hotel had my pins and was using it to fill out paperwork with.
Wow, that is really good.
I gave it to everybody. So I'm playing with you can see I've messed up my well, I haven't messed it up. I'm playing with some coding to get this looking a little bit better. I got this part right. I got to fix this here. But it's telling them, you know, they came and they seen my homepage. I actually have a link from my Amazon on where they can come in and no, you can't mash buttons. There you go. Where they can
You know,
come
I
in.
don't have a link to Amazon. I don't have a link to Amazon. Why not?
You have to get approved by Amazon to market with them.
Oh,
Yeah. So I got an Amazon link where you can come here and they have the different pins that you can get customized. The ones that I got 250 for $75, which I thought was a pretty good deal.
I was thinking how expensive that sounded.
she can afford it. She can afford it.
250
Whatever
pins
rate.
is a lot.
Different, you know.
So-
We're working there. But she
So,
did,
you know, but again, this is just, I changed my blog, my homepage up a bit. It's got my wine. It doesn't really mention wine in there, but I do have them in here that tells them that they can, you know, the knowledge of fine wines versus cheap wines, cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, cable internet TV that actually makes you money. So what you're saying is, say if I want to come in here and we have this beauty and cosmetics
right.
right here. Where is it at?
Because you seem to have a lot
cosmetics.
more
So
categories than,
If I click on here and I want to come down and I want to edit this page, I'm just going to click edit.
right. So you can add all these pages here and it won't count.
No,
Right.
you can, yep, you can add it here. So you can come in and
Okay.
well, instead of doing it for that one, let me go and do it for, I'm sorry, guys.
You'll confuse your computer as well as your clients.
Oh, I do it all the time. You should see my husband sometimes when he's in here watching me work. He's like, how do you keep up with all you're doing? Because usually when I'm working, I have 3 or 4 pages of my website up here in tabs, so I can keep up with everything. So I'm going to go back to visit my site. I'm going to go down here to clothing and apparel. And I'm just going to click on here. All right, and then I'm going to edit this page right here.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna edit an existing page and
Yep.
add it onto there.
Yep.
Yeah,
So hold on. All right, little man, you got to go in your car.
I just have an idea.
So these are actually, so these are what people can click on these and read the page, then all the new stuff you put on here, right?
Yep. So
And
I'm
then-
just going to
but it
come down
won't
here.
count. What I'm asking is if it just, so it doesn't count towards your, what, 90 some you're only allowed to have?
Yep.
You're not putting it on the menu.
So this page is
But
in,
it's gonna be in the menu, but
Only if you add it.
so this isn't in the menu. This is
Oh.
actually in your page.
Page, not on the menu.
It's
the
not in
page.
your menu. And this page needs a lot of work. This is an old page that I've never went back to revisit. So I'm just going to go ahead and modify this page right now.
Perfect page to do it on. Did you ever get your billboard advertisement?
No, I'm still kind of leery about that.
Okay, I was just
Yeah.
trying to keep up with your adventures.
So yeah, I'm still working on it, but this is a page that needs a lot of work. So really, so I'm just gonna come here. All right, so I'm gonna come here and do a heading, and I'm gonna do a heading 3. And I'm gonna do culture. All right, so I'm gonna actually come in here and do Napa Chic. Ma, Papa. So there's my page. I'm gonna open a new tab. So now that's all you have to do. And you can do that with any new page that you have. He's just not gonna be happy today. Okay, little man. You gonna behave?
No,
No. You didn't say no? You already say no, didn't you?
Yep.
So, but yes, so all those different pages, but now if you come, I'm gonna go ahead and update this, and this is one of the pages I'm gonna make myself come back and redo. But even like the Lady Lux, this will be a great place to put, once you get your actual page in, come in here and put a little blurb. But now if you go back to your home page and you look and you see, okay, that you have room, like with me, I had room to put things in here, like my nootropics, anything that's dealing with the brain or the Zleam, I put it here. Same thing with men's health. This is where I created a category just on men's health. So I can put the new V Medical, I can put here the thing about the ED, the Phoenix, I can put here. I can even put the Zleam product here if I wanted to talk about it, the brain. So this is just a category that I incorporated. Same thing with pet care. My P&G, PGN, I put this here, and this has all of the stuff about TV paid for chat. I can, once we get the hubs up and running, I can put that in there. And then I got my promotional. So I have my different holidays that are here. So I can separate them in and out. I didn't take anything down that was here because you want to keep those original ones there because that's what Google wants. They want those there. Okay, I'm getting them. See, life still goes on, guys. So, but if you go in and you have space and that you can come in here, maybe just like this one, cooking food and wine. I got all these drop downs. If I wanted to come in here and take some of these down, I can. It'll be perfectly fine. And just go into my actual cooking food and wine and put little blurbs in there like this to go to that page. That way it's not in your menu, but it has a reference in your subcategories or in your category page. So that's why if you don't want all your pages to be floating, they can still float. And then your category page is where you're actually going to come in and put your little, stuff. Just like the free stuff, this would be a great place to put a little blurb in there for,
bug somebody.
well, like the survival zone. Just put in there, hey, you want to learn, you want to earn some free stuff, earn your free wine. You can actually put a blurb here, how to earn free wine, how to earn a free ATV this month, or how to earn free product by shopping at this mall. And then you can put your page link for the survivalzone.live or the bug out giveaway, either one. So that's how you can make that page become aware, by posting it under your free stuff. And then when you do your advertising, you want to advertise it under free stuff. and promote it that way that, hey, want to learn how to earn free stuff? You know, you can do your wine that way under free stuff. Learn how to earn free wine. So it's all in your marketing and how you word things on what category you want to put it. But if you have enough space and you can think of a category that's not here, that you really can't find anything to put your pages in, create one, but don't create a category menu if you only have one topic. Find somewhere else to put it. If you create a category menu, then you need to have more than one topic that you can put in there, or more than one page that you can put in it. That makes sense?
Mhm. Yep.
Okay. Because most of this stuff that we have, there should be, you know, we already have places that we can put it. The only thing that I don't have is like for the languages, the Lingo Pi, once we get that, what was the other one? The churros, we can put that in cooking. The Wowo Clean, you know, that would be where you're going to put that one. You know, that's, you can put that with beauty and cosmetics because it's actually an exfoliating scrubber, basically. So you can put that under beauty and cosmetics and market it that way. You can market it as an exfoliating scrubber.
Joyful Bee would go there too in the beauty.
Yeah, the Joyful Bee can go under beauty and cosmetics.
Yeah.
We don't have enough stuff to do a category for hair care. So it wouldn't be a good move to create a category just for hair care. You can put that under beauty and cosmetics. We already have, I think, out of the ones we have so far, 3 of them are clothing. 1, 2, yeah, 3 of them are clothing. We already have a clothing and apparel. So you can just do a little blurb up underneath there. Like what I just did with the Napa Chic. And once they type in Napa Chic, your page is going to pull up. Then they can shop and see your other information, put little blurbs there. If you have enough, and that's why I tell, if you have these drop downs and you have more than, you know, 5 pages, don't put all 5 pages here. I did here, some of these I need to get rid of. And then you can swap them out. You really don't need more than 3 to get these out there, like jobs and employment, you know, your gaming stuff that you have. I have my 3, the free stuff, watch TV stream, and I can come and put some more there. Your green products that you have, your health and fitness. So this is where I have some of my, you know, different things that's there. Men's health, you know, there's only 1. If you're going to have a drop down, you need to have at least 2 if you have the space. If you don't have the space, then don't put it there. This one I need to remove this as a drop down because I only have that 1 page. I need more than 1 or create more stuff. So again, it all depends on how much space that you have that you can actually get away with putting more stuff.
Ooh.
I'm not feeding him his snack fast enough, guys. So, but again, it's just how you want to market it and present it. But again, you don't want to create unnecessary category menus if you only have 1 page to put in them. Make sure that you can put them somewhere else. If not, just leave them as a floating page. Okay.
Sheila,
Uh-huh.
you talk about the blurb. What is the blurb?
This right here is just a little 2 or 3 sentence introduction to what you're talking about, to your page. Like, okay. All right, so I'm going to go here to my cosmetics page, beauty and cosmetics. And I am actually going to edit this because I still have Soap Creek, but I sent them straight to Soap Creek. Artisan Soap, I have a purity soap in there that says that they are created by Artisan Products. So I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to add. Okay, you can't talk above me. You don't know what you're talking about. You. So I'm going to do a heading right here, and I'm going to do a heading 3, and I'm going to put, there we go. if I can spell.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right, and then I'm gonna put in here.
Okay, Flipper.
Instead of saying that, I'm gonna put your. All right, and then that's all it is. I'm gonna highlight it. And I'm gonna put my link for, what did I call it? So there's that. So now they can come here, and if they want to read, come in, I'm just going to put my color. So there. So now when they come here and click this, I actually have it as a floating page. I didn't have it open in a new tab. So now they can come here and read, I put a spell on you, which is the title of my Cursed Cosmetics. And it talks about vampires, supernatural. I put a little bit about my folklore for witches, and that's part of my culture. Witches and spells and things, and it's got her video in there. Also talks about a little bit of thing, you know, I'm probably gonna make another page and talk about some of my tribal traditions and stuff about the mystic and things like that. So again, it's all in how you approach it. And I actually talked about at the bottom, send it to my wine, talk about how you never leave a smudge on your eye. Never have to worry about leaving lipstick stains on your glass, because her lipstick says that it's supposed to be 15 hours without it coming off. So so again, it all depends on how you market, what you put. But now they just, you know, they can come here and read. What, Papa? And I'm going to update it. So that's why I said your pages are still floating. Hey, I can't out-talk you. So their pages are still floating, but now you have a blurb. That's why I call it a blurb. It's only 2 or 3 sentences that actually talks about your product or your page, and you'd send them directly to your page. That's what your category page is for, is where you're going to come in and put your new products. You're going to give it a title. You're going to talk about it just a little bit. and send them directly to your internal link for that page. You don't have to create a separate page for it on your drop down or anything like that. It's there. But now if I want to highlight it, it's very easy to do. So say I want to come in and say, all right, I want to change my drop down. So I'm just going to come to my menu. And I'm going to go to my beauty cosmetics. So here I have these two right here. Well, maybe I want to change them. So all I'm going to do is just hit remove. It removes it from my menu. It doesn't remove it from my page. And then I'm going to come in here and select the new one. And I'm going to add it to my menu. It's going to be all the way down at the bottom. And I'm just going to move it up all the way to the top. And I'm going to drop it right here. And you can put it in alphabetical order if you want, or you can put it in order of importance. That's totally up to you. You want to make sure it's indented, and then you're going to hit save your menu. And then once it's saved, you're going to get this. It says your menu's been saved. Okay. Menu has been updated. So if I want to come in here and say, okay, there's a few other things I want to get rid of, I can do that as well. Here's one that says online dating. So I put online dating stuff in here. I can actually get rid of this one and say, I want to put my Phoenix here. I can remove this one, although I get a lot of hits on that, but I'm going to remove that one. And I'm going to come back in here and say, I want to put my Phoenix one in there. The Art of Romance. I can do that one, or I can do ED. And that's what I want to put in there. I'm going to add that. And some people saying that's really not a dating thing, but it is by the way that I talked about it. And I'm going to put that in there. I might change a few of these out because they're kind of old. I'm just going to update my whole menu board right here because I got so many new pages in here that we can add to it. Oh, went too far. Did I go too far? Yes. Or did I? Yeah. So I'm going to put that there. And
Sheila,
then
what
I'm going
was the limit on how many categories you can have versus how many subcategories you can have?
everything is 90. You can only have 90 in this whole thing. 90. That's it. You can have, that doesn't mean you only have 90 pages in your system. Your menu structure can only consist of 90 items. And people look at mine and say, man, you got a lot of stuff. I still don't have 90, but I probably have about 85. I like to keep it that way. I don't want to ever fill it up because I want to leave room in case I do have to create another category. Then it's there for me to be able to do. So I'm going to put that one here, The Art of Romance. So then I'm going to save that. So now my menu's updated. I took some items off my menu, but they're still in my website for people to search. I didn't lose them. They didn't go anywhere. So again, don't think that just because it's there and you remove it, that you've lost it. You didn't. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to leave that one there. So I'm going to remove this one. And I'm going to put my Napa Chic page there. So I'm going to go back up here and find my Napa Chic. And I'm going to add it to menu. And I'm going to go back in here. I know. Okay, where'd you go? All right, and I'm going to move it up. So there we go. And then I can save my menu. And so you can just do that all day long. You can go in there and take stuff out. Now, if you do have over 90 items and you try to go in and remove them one at a time, it will not save your menu. It'll just keep spinning and spinning and spinning. That means you have more than 90 items. You have to remove them in bulk for it to save. It will not save anything if it's over 90 items. So again, like I said, you want to make sure that you have everything that's there. See, I got 2 of these. I don't need both of that. So I need to come in here and play with this wine stuff. I got too much in there. Same thing with here. I just need to remove that. And I need to update some of this stuff in here. So again, there's just different things like here, free stuff, free streaming TV. I can actually come back in here and put my free gaming page in there. But I want to leave space because I probably will do a drop down for the bug out free giveaway once I get that page done. So again, it's just how you want to market your information, where you want to put it. You got health and fitness here. This would be a good place that you can put your V Medical device. It could go under health and fitness. Great place to put it. The men's health, you can actually put it there. Well, I created the men's health category page. And again, it just depends. I can actually go in there and put another blurb in there about once I get that page fixed and created and gear it towards men's health. Again, that's one device that you can gear it in many different directions. You can gear it toward men. You can gear it toward the athletic side. You can gear it towards women's health. You can gear it towards, the geriatric group and things like that. It just has a whole different, genre to it, depending on how you market it. So that's one of those devices that you can have multiple pages to it, and each page has a different category and a different marketing avenue that you can send it in its direction. Here's one for parenting and family. That's another one that I need to work on and get more parenting things in there, more things geared towards family things, but even that could be geared towards outdoor stuff. So you could actually put the bug out giveaway or the survival zone under parenting and family and gear it towards spending time with your family, being outdoors, finding a common thing that you can have as a family, getting back to nature, getting together with your family, rediscovering the outdoors, different things like that once you get started with it. So
Yeah, I put the Phoenix under parenting and families.
you put the what?
The Phoenix,
Okay.
maybe that would go with families and parents.
Okay. Okay. Hush.
Can you check out my Joyful Bee page?
Post it in the chat and let us all look at it.
Post it in the chat. Oh, you mean put the link?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's simple, huh? Okay.
Yep. That's
All
what I want all of you to do is whenever you create a page, post it in our student classroom.
Okay.
And then that way we can read it. It might trigger somebody else to get an idea on how to write their page or a direction to go. But it would also give us,
The chat's disabled.
why is the chat disabled?
I don't know.
Let
Thought it was disabled.
me hold up.
You put it in Skype.
Yeah, you can put it in Skype too.
Your Skype page? Where you want me to put it?
Put it in the student classroom.
Okay.
Skype.
As soon as you disable it, I'll check it out.
I don't know why the chat's disabled. It shouldn't. I'll have to fix that. Roy must have done it when he was using it the other day.
Ladies, gentlemen, I'm signing off.
You got to go?
Yeah,
Okay.
I gotta go. I
All
got
right.
some Appointments to do.
Okay. I'll get with you about what time tonight. Okay. If you still
Okay,
available.
sounds good.
All right.
Have fun.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Let's see. HTT.
Look and see if you can get in chat now. I
Yeah,
think-
it says everyone, so.
Okay, perfect.
I'm just gonna do it the way they said it. Do it.
Okay.
Okay.
So we got any questions on how to go in and have your floating pages floating, but still have a direction or a way for people to find them other than a search?
It doesn't give you a total like what's on this page. You have to actually count them, right?
Yep. you have
And the
to count
sub ones are also counted.
Yep. Would you- Yeah, anything on this page is counted.
Okay, there you go.
Perfect.
See what you say. It's interesting. I think.
All right, you didn't put your HTTPS in there, so it won't let us click it.
Okay. HTTPS. Oh, that's not.
You want to see everybody? Is that what the deal is?
That's because on the system, it didn't have it with the HTTPS, so
He's clapping for you.
makes it, keep clapping for me, son.
You see everybody? Oh, now you want to be quiet. You see everybody looking at you?
Hi,
You say, hey.
hi.
Oh, don't get quiet now. I'll put you on the spot.
48.7.com /JU. This, I'm not copying it. I'm typing it out. That's why it's taking me so long.
Okay.
Because then I have to move the Zoom and do all that other stuff. That take. Oh, look at there. It took. Okay, let's see.
There it is. We got to get your response magic over there.
On this page.
Yep. Yeah, it needs to be on all your pages. All right. Wait a minute. I lost it. Almighty.
Lavette, that's beautiful.
Yeah, she's got a beautiful website, guys. Y'all need to go check her out. She's made it totally unique.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
gorgeous.
and the devil don't fit on it.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
See, and that's perfect. All right, the one thing I would change right here
Uh-huh,
is where you have food groups to contribute to healthy hair.
uh-huh.
I would actually put a little paragraph there that talks about how food helps with the hair. I know you have here about poor diet nutrition, but you have a header and then another header and an explanation. So anytime you have double headers right here, it kind of confuses and it also brings your flesh score down. So just put a little blurb in there about food groups and hair.
That's all one title.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, food groups
Okay.
to contribute to healthy hair. Now, if you go down, these are the food groups. So I need separation in here. Maybe if I put a picture there or something.
So what you're saying
separate
is food groups to contribute to healthy hair, and then you got protein, selenium. So all of this is one title.
No, 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 no.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But this is a header and this is a header.
Yeah,
So you got two headers right here. So
Yeah.
even though this says food groups to contribute to healthy hair,
uh-huh.
in between here, you
Uh-huh.
actually need a paragraph that explains why there's a food groups or why food groups help hair. and then you go about listing them.
Okay,
You
All
see
right.
what I'm saying?
yeah, mm-hmm,
It, because this will actually decrease your reading score, because they're going to look at it and say, okay, what's this
I
have
was
to do?
trying to make the protein go down and I couldn't get it to go down. I wanted to separate the heading
You
from
can't,
the, you can't.
because you can't, there's two headings. The only thing you can, and
Ah,
you don't want two headings right beside each other or right on top of each other. You always want headings separated by content, not pictures, content.
okay, so if I make the protein thing smaller, a smaller size, would that help?
It's still gonna be a heading.
Okay, all
Yep.
right,
It's still gonna be a heading.
okay,
You don't want to, like I said, you don't want two headings right there together. Every
Okay.
heading needs to be separated with content or paragraph.
okay.
Yep.
All
You
right,
just change it to a paragraph instead of a heading, right?
Yeah, you can change that to this one to a paragraph
okay,
and then make this a listing. That would be the best thing, is to make this a paragraph
right.
and then put this as a listing. 1, 2, 3.
Got you.
Eggs,
Got
fatty, and yeah, make this a list. And
Right,
then you got your explanation for a list.
okay.
That
That's
makes
good.
sense?
Yes, yes, it does.
Okay, but it's beautiful.
Mhm.
So guys, here's a great page. She took a whole different take on hair care.
Right,
Instead of just talking about the hair itself, she
Right.
talked about how this right here, get rid of it.
what?
This
Oh, I
right
didn't,
here.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
what is
this
that?
code.
Okay, all right,
And you want to make sure that you use the embed code in there.
I did, didn't I?
You might have, but I see this right here.
Okay, I'll
This
get that
looks
out of
like
there.
the actual YouTube channel.
Okay,
So, but yeah, get rid of that.
okay,
Perfect. This picture here is really not necessary because you have the video right here.
okay, Right.
This picture right here isn't necessary because it's literally a duplicate of this.
mm-hmm, it is.
So I would take that out,
Okay,
and in your picture, when you highlight your picture, it'll have the option to put a caption under your picture. This was where this sentence needs to be.
so that's what it was. What's your type?
Yep.
That's the caption.
Oh, that's the caption? Okay,
Yeah.
it looks like it's a separate word. Okay, perfect. And that'll be one that you can link,
Okay,
and they can actually click on that link. But these two, that Google would consider it redundant.
okay. I can't, can I link it now?
No, we don't have the link right
We don't
now.
have the links, but when the links come, I can
Yep.
link it. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
Right here, you have a lot of content and no picture. That would be the perfect place to get this picture right here.
that picture there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want
All right.
to have at least the first 150 words.
Mm-hmm.
You need an image.
Okay,
Yep. Never at the beginning. You don't want to have your first thing to be a picture. But
right.
after 150 words, this will be a great place
Uh-huh,
right here that you're quoting scripture.
uh-huh.
See if you can find a biblical image of a character in the Bible that symbolizes hair. Like
Okay.
Samson would be a
Uh-huh.
good one.
Okay.
Who else in the Bible was
Good, Samson's good enough.
yeah. Yeah, and you could, show him with his hair, because that was the one feature
Yeah.
about Samson was his hair.
When they cut his hair off, he
Yeah.
lost his strength. And that's,
Exactly.
it builds
So-
right into this category, although it's not the nutrients, it's just the process that the hair can cause you to lose strength.
Exactly. I mean, even just the care of his hair,
Yeah,
because especially during that
you go.
time, as the length of his hair, he had
Yeah.
to take care of it, and he had to use
Yeah.
natural products.
yeah, and it even says that. Yeah,
Yep.
that's, yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that you can do, is since you do have Bible references, is have a Bible reference for hair,
uh-huh,
an
uh-huh,
image.
yeah,
And then through here, this would be another great place when you're talking about the different vitamins, is
uh-huh.
see if you can find a picture of, let's see, vitamin. So let's see if we can find images of vitamins in hair.
Okay, I didn't want to, this one down here is good. No, that's hair loss. Hair loss, hair loss.
Here. Truth about vitamins for hair loss. So
Okay.
I don't want to
I
put,
want, I want hair care,
yeah.
hair care. I don't want, you know,
So I would try, see, this would be a perfect, see, this is where I would use Canva. I would take this picture with this picture and I would try to find a way to fuse it if I couldn't find one that I liked. Like this would be perfect right here. You got hair and it looks like vitamin E, because that's the way
Okay.
my vitamin E looks.
okay. Vitamins.
Here's
and
one, best 10 vitamins and minerals for hair growth. You could use that, and because you're getting ready to list them.
I like the ones with the vitamins because
Yeah.
it shows the pill. Yeah, I like this one because it shows the vitamin and the hair. That's
Yep.
perfect. Yeah.
So that's the way you want to market this type of stuff.
Mhm.
You can even use this one where it's got vitamin A and it shows the different foods that
That's good.
have
Yeah.
the vitamins.
Vitamin-
Again, it's all in how you want to market it. What you want to be the highlight and the feature.
Mhm.
But since you are talking about hair, you want to find one that's going to have both, if at
Mhm.
all possible,
I was-
or at least a reference to it.
I was looking for a good one with men to let them
Yeah.
know that this product was good for men.
Yeah.
And the one that I saw, I felt that it was maybe advertising another company, and it was so good. But you know, 2C to 4C men's hair, and I saw one that had ethnic groups, all ethnic groups. I wanted the actual picture.
Yep. And there's some out there, like I said, most vitamin 4 or type 4 hairstyle is going to be geared toward the ethnic group.
So that's why I wanted this particular one because it went through the whole system. It
Yep.
went through all ethnic groups, all hair types, all ethnic groups. And then it had this symbol up in the corner of men's hair shop or something like that. So I figured I couldn't use it.
Yeah, because
That
it's
symbol, you know? That
and
was
see,
so
like
silly.
this would be
Yes.
a good, you know,
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
would use that, but see, it's got his advertising
That's-
stuff on there.
I'm telling you, that's what happened.
Yep. And that's why I say that's where I would use Canva,
Uh-huh.
and I would actually remove that.
You can do that without
Yeah,
being a problem.
with the paid Canva. Hey, you're getting too loud again. With the paid Canva that I have, I can actually go in there and remove stuff like
I
that.
have the paid Canva, but if I can do that, I'll find the one
Yep.
I'll like and take that symbol out of there.
Yep, you
Does
can
it
go in
have
there. You
copyright
can,
or anything?
you can go in there and remove background. You can go in there. You can actually paste over that.
Mhm.
You can actually pull that image up and then right where they have this information, paste your own picture over there.
Okay, so what
Over.
I'm asking you, it doesn't have anything to do with copyright.
As long as, if this picture does not have, if it allows you to copy it, you can use it. It's
okay.
public domain.
I
I
see.
have mine set up to where everything that I pull up, I can use. It's
Okay.
not copyrighted or paid to click or anything like that. That's the way I
All
have mine set up when I do my
Well,
searches. Not
so
to say one don't get through every once in a while,
Uh-huh.
but most of the ones that I have, I can use them.
Okay, so what I'll do is make these corrections and then report back to you.
Yep, just send it
Can I do
back to
that?
us and let us
Okay.
read it.
Okay.
And that's why I said, guys, there's so many different directions to go with this product. There's so many different things out there that you can look at. Again, you want to make sure that it's uniquely yours. You want to make sure it's something that you yourself relate to. I have mine pulled up because I'm trying to let mine go natural. So when I get my product in, I can actually see how it's going to be. I haven't flat ironed it or anything. I haven't, it's just, I've washed
Testing
it
it
and let my
out.
curls go.
Yeah.
And I truly look like Diana Ross right now. I took it down.
All right. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. God, I wish
So, but that's one of the things that you can do. And again, it's all in how you want to market it, what you want to, the direction you want to take it. You've got a beautiful start on yours on how it's going. There's just a few things. You have a lot of content with nothing to break it up. Most people would leave because they can't visually see what the product will do. They can read it, but they want to have a visual.
Okay.
So that's why you want to have something dealing with hair. You want to have something to dealing with the hair, the vitamin portion of and hair, how it relates.
Right.
And then you have your hair types, which is perfect right here.
Okay.
I would actually move this to the side
Okay,
it here to the
Okay.
right of it, so that they can see, okay, my hair type's this, and does this work with it?
okay. And remove the pink one, remove
Yeah.
pink.
And you can actually, instead of removing this one, maybe move it up. Same thing, this one, yeah, I would remove this one altogether,
Okay,
because you're already talking about it here with the visual. That's
Okay.
better,
okay.
because this is,
I
my
just thought-
curls
I
don't
just
look
thought-
like that. This is me right now. If I took my hair down, this is me, literally.
Okay,
I can
Now-
totally pull this off right now if I took this bun out of my hair. And y'all be going, what? Flat irons do a lot, guys. Let me tell you.
and you know what else I'm gonna do with this product, being it has so many categories, like the dandruff and all that other kind of stuff. I'm gonna use the title as a content, because with the content, you can use the same keyword, just a different topic in that keyword. That's what I did within the Bible.
Yep.
So in the Bible, I had in the Bible keyword, but then I have different topics. So it goes in the content. And when you do that,
Yep.
it doesn't say you use this keyword already. So that's what I
Exactly.
plan on doing on this. I plan to run with this particular topic.
Yeah, because I mean, there's just too much out there for this. I mean, everybody is looking to keep their hair, one, to keep it moisturized, to keep the dander, the flake, the dry scalp down,
Mhm.
that, you know, to make sure
Yeah.
their curls are, and there's a lot of people trying to get away from unnatural products like the
Right.
relaxers, the perm.
Right.
They're wanting to keep their curls. And most of you that have on here that've used a perm or relaxer, it damages the hair.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know. My mom used to put a relaxer on my hair every 6 months, like clockwork, because she hated my having to deal with curl.
Mhm,
This is when
mhm.
we had to do rollers and dryers. We didn't have blow dryers and flat iron.
I
I
remember
mean, if
those
we had a
days.
flat iron, it was the ironing board and an iron. You know?
I've been there too.
So, but yeah, you can do damage to your hair, and with the way cultures are going now, people's doing natural, they're doing vegan, vegetarian, they're doing keto. So they're trying to get back to natural products. And this is what Joyful Bee does. She's actually showing you how to use what you have naturally and just enhance it with natural herbs and vitamins and things like that. So there's so many different ways. It even works on beard. She's got, you know, in there, we talked to her the other week when she's on there. She's like, yeah, even men with beards, it helps soften the texture of your hair on your beard and your mustache. So it's not just for hair on your head.
Yeah.
So there's so many different avenues to take on this one product.
Right, right.
So,
Well, I'm into the health thing, so that's why I went and did a health direction, because that's
Yep.
the thing I'm interested in, my health topics,
Yep.
you know?
yep. So
Wow.
there's just, but yeah. And I know there's a lot of people asking, well, how does she get her colors? I want my colors. You know, mine's pink. When you go look at
Go
mine,
to Sheila's class, she'll teach you.
so I mean, there's so many different things that you can do when you are navigating your system. Go ahead, Mr. George. You can unmute.
Can't hear you. Hello? Oh,
I don't mean to be picky, but the teacher's coming out in me. I taught computer applications, and if you look at the home page in the regular view, the capital J
Yeah, yeah,
extends down into Proverbs.
okay.
So just put an extra space after the paragraph to keep them separated. It's just annoying to me.
Thank you. Thank you. Anything that helps. Thank you. I appreciate it. I love helpful criticism. It's not criticism. I love helpful help.
Yeah.
Helpful help. I really do.
And two,
I'm a team player.
sometimes the size of the screen.
Uh-huh.
So mine's a 17-inch screen. If somebody had a 14-inch screen, it's going to make your pages a little bit more jumbled if they had a 10-inch screen. So
Uh-huh.
again, you want to make sure that you adjust for a little bit of everything. If you
Okay.
had a big monitor, you know, like the 24-inch screen, then your page is going to be really huge for them. And it's going to look, where you put extra spaces, it's going to look really weird. So
How
again,
am I-
your screen and monitor size also affects the way your page is. So that's why I always say go to your preview in a separate tab so you can
Yeah.
see how it's going to look. If it looks like it's going to be potentially an overlap, that's where you want to go in and just inadvertently put that little extra space.
How am I going to space this?
when you go and just click where it tells you to add a paragraph or start writing, that'll be your space.
Go ahead, that's the
You
way
could-
it's done.
You could also make the J just cover the first paragraph
Yep.
and not the
That's
second one.
the-
But
that's
I
the-
like it with the two.
That's what the cap though, that's what the drop
Yeah,
cap,
that's what the drop cap does.
yeah, that's how it comes out with
The
the
other
drop
thing
cap.
too is because you do have the drop cap, make your first paragraph a bit longer. That'll take care of it.
I didn't,
Right,
you
so it
know,
stretches out, right? It
Yeah.
stretches out,
Just,
I just thought in Word and others, I could control the size of a bit. In WordPress, that you can't control the size of it. Keep it like it is.
not on the drop
Right.
cap, and the drop cap is already programmed for size and length.
yeah,
So if you have a really short paragraph, because of it already being adjusted, it's gonna it carries down. So
Right.
if you made your first paragraph, maybe a couple more sentences, you would alleviate that without having to put that extra space in there.
It's
I was-
it's no problem the way it is. I would keep it like that.
no, I'm gonna try and do what she said, I'm gonna put a paragraph in there.
Well, not a paragraph, just.
No, the paragraphs, the
Yeah,
T,
extend your content on the first paragraph. Instead of having just the 2 sentences or 3 sentences, make it longer.
more words?
Yeah,
There
on
you go.
Just the first one where it says, just for hair's sake, what is your hair type? What is the value of hair? What role does it play in your health and beauty? And then you can say, there are numerous references in the Bible. You can say, instead of, you jump to that, you can say, what is health and beauty? You can, after that, you can say, did you know that there are several places that you can go to find out how to take care of your hair, how to make it more beautiful, how to make it more natural?
In other
There's
words, bring the title in here.
Yeah, you
Right.
don't have to. You don't have to change anything that you already started. You're just expanding that first one so that it drops that J down. Where
Yeah, I mean, I'm
it's not-
saying, where you said wisdom and vitality in old age, the color turns to gray. Revolutionary hair care made easy. I can put something like that in that.
Okay, so
particular spot.
you're saying the word there should actually be after the word beautiful? Because when I'm looking at it, there's a space between the last where it says health and beauty ? And then there's a space, like there's a different paragraph, and then it says,
Okay.
you see right here, because I'm
Yes,
sharing my
it's-
screen.
yeah, right here, yeah,
So this
yeah.
looks like there's 2 paragraphs. So you're saying
Right.
this is 1 paragraph.
right,
All right, so you need to backspace the word there, so it
Uh-huh.
comes up here.
okay, okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'll put it up there, okay,
That was my misunderstanding. I thought this was 1 paragraph and this was paragraph number 2, but you're
I
saying
did
this
too.
is all 1 paragraph.
okay, I'll put it all together.
Yep.
All right,
Does
Okay.
that make sense?
yes,
Okay.
I'm
And
gonna let you,
it could just be the drop cap made it split like that. But see if you can go back in there and
and
either
put there
backspace,
after the beauty, yeah,
and make sure that the word there is after beauty.
okay,
That might change the way it appears a little bit.
okay. I'll check it out. I'll work on that today and that'll
Uh,
be finished.
But everything else is, I don't see, other than those few things right there, this page is perfect, just waiting on. You can tie this in to any of the other products we have. Trying to think this will be a great place that you can put like the Marvel Skin Solutions.
Right, that's why
Mhm.
it's in the beauty and cosmetic category.
Yep, so
I
you
just
can,
attached it on like you just said to do. I didn't change the menu, but I attached it on the introduction page.
yeah, but this
where
would
the
be, because you need an internal link here
Yeah,
on your page. This
Yeah.
will be a great place to where you can actually reference either towards the bottom, say if you want to see more products that will help enhance your skin and hair,
Yeah,
check this
yeah,
out and send them
yeah.
to your Marvel products
right,
that you have in Sephora. Or if we get this other Winky Lux cosmetics, you can send them to that one.
right.
Mhm.
Right, okay, good. Thank you.
You're
I'll-
welcome.
I'll work on it today.
Okay. Or you can, what's the other one that we have? Valentis has their makeup and skincare
Yes.
products. You can send them to that.
Uh-huh,
So there's all kind of different places that you can cross market. And that's what you always want to do, guys, is when you create a page,
mhm,
make sure that you reference other products that go along with it. It's almost like when you go into a store, you don't just see one product. You see on the display, and your page is a display. You
Mhm.
see where they have an outfit. Well, what do they have with an outfit? They have the
Mhm.
jewelry, they have the accessories, they have the shoes, they have the
Mhm.
purse, they have the hat, the jewelry. You know, men, when you go shopping for sports equipment, you don't just go to the bats. They have the helmet, they have the bat, they have the safety gear, they have the outfit, the pants, the shoes, you know. So you want to make sure your page is geared towards that direction. When you create a page, you need to be thinking as you're creating it, what product would market well with this? What's a
Right.
compatible product that I can talk about and reference to in this page? So you can talk about, you're talking about vitamins. That'll be a great place to say, hey, do you have issues with your nails and hair?
Mhm.
Vitamin E is a great thing for nails too. You know, vitamin C also helps with your immune system. Not only, you know, that, but with your hair, it helps, you know, with that. You can say how vitamin D, I got a whole page on vitamin D and all the stuff that it helps with. And
Right.
you can reference, you know, how vitamin D helps with absorption of the sun, of, you
Right.
know, how it helps with different things like that. You can talk about how potassium also helps with functions of your body functions, you know, and with pain and things like that. Selenium also helps with muscle care and things
So-
like that. And then you can gear it to other products that we have, either, you know, that
So
we're
I
getting
should
or that
start
we
putting the
already
link,
have.
I should start putting the other links. See, I was thinking we don't have links for this product, but I should put the other links in there now,
Yep,
right?
yep. Because then you
Okay.
can start marketing this
Okay.
page and you
Okay,
can start advertising this page and make awareness of it, so
right.
that when we
Okay,
get the links, people already know about it. And you can
Okay.
actually put a disclaimer at the top and say, coming soon, a new
coming
store and
soon. Yeah,
product.
that's good.
Yeah, but not in your first paragraph. I would wait after the first one and then just say, this product's coming soon, or we're opening this store, because that's what it is. We're opening this store soon. Check back later, but here's what it's about. You know, something like that.
So
As a
after the
disclaimer.
first paragraph?
No, you never want it to be your first paragraph, because then
Af-
you're going to get Google that's going to say you're not starting your first paragraph with your key phrase.
Okay,
So what
So some-
you wanted to put it somewhere in between here. You can actually put it right here before you start talking about the actual product.
okay,
Yeah, because you got your introduction. I wouldn't change any of this. Right here before you started talking about nutrients for healthy hair, I would just put in highlight as a paragraph,
Mhm.
put it in large letters,
Mhm.
and put in there store opening soon or coming soon for your purchase, for your ability to purchase, something
Okay.
like that. And
okay,
then once we get the links, just take it out.
okay, good. All right. I'm looking forward to working on it now. I
Yeah.
can-
I can't wait to read it.
I can't wait either. I gotta get it done before tonight.
Now, I'm going to be working a lot. I thought I was going to take me a nap, but I don't think I'm going to.
I don't think so.
I
We
got
got too
to
much.
keep up with Rory. I can only imagine all the stuff he's going to be going through
Yeah.
tonight.
If I have this completed, at least he knows I'm doing something.
Exactly.
And
So
I, yeah.
I'm going to stop my share. I'm going to get that link for the key phrases. Give me just a minute. And this is where I'm going to be updating them all the time, guys.
Where?
So let me get my link. I'm going to put it in here for you. As soon as I find it. There we go. All right, I got to let my computer, I got too much, it's telling me I got too much stuff going on. So on a share. All right, so in the student chat, I'm pasting it there. And then I'm going to paste it on the Zoom chat. And I update this quite often. And there's tons and tons of key phrases in there for those of you that don't have Jaxie or have ways to look at key phrases. Wake up, Linda Marie.
I'm trying.
You got to start going to sleep, girl.
I do. It's usually too late and I get up too early.
I
I get
know the
still and
feeling.
quiet and trying to write notes and pay attention, and my eyes start getting tears. Stop that. I should have ate me a couple of coffee beans.
All right, so on this Google Doc, here's the Google Doc. And I gave you everything here. I shouldn't have gave you this because it's got some stuff in there, but you can use it too. It's some of the things I did for Wine Ambassador Opportunity Call.
Okay.
But here's the one you want is the key phrases. And all of these have key phrases in them. And then you have the one for hair care. And when you open it up, you're going to see the different hair care, different titles. And I'm gonna explain it to you a little bit. This is the actual key phrase. This is the average searches. This is the amount of traffic that'll come to your site. This is the competition that you have, meaning there's 145 other websites that use this key phrase. And this is your percentage of getting on the first 5 pages of searches of Google search. It says the first page. I always say the first 5 pages. You have an 85% chance of getting there by using this key phrase. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to write a page with this key phrase and you're going to automatically jump to page 1.
Mhm.
You have to advertise, guys. That's what most people are missing. You have to advertise. Here's one, you get 100% because there's 40 people searching. You only got 7 people coming, 44%, but you got 100% chance of getting on page 1. But again, not just hair salon. How, it's a good key phrase, but you have to remember, how can I write a page for that word? How can I use that as a first sentence? How am I going to incorporate that in a paragraph? Again, you want to make it there. And here's one, it says, just go ahead and let your hair down. Look how many people is competing with that.
Wow.
It's a good search term, but there's tons of competition. So that would not be a good key phrase to use. It would be a good headline topic to include in your page, but not necessarily a good single key phrase. The other thing you want to do is look for things that relate based on the key phrase you'd use, because those could be your headlines or your headers, and you can talk about things that way. You'll look down at the bottom, you're going to see I have textured hair, texture hair, all different ones, textured hair care, ethnic hair. So there's tons. I don't know how many different key searches I did for this one word. But there's a bunch. There's like curly hair. I did all the different hair types. Hair chart is a good key phrase. And then you can break down hair chart and go type A, type B, type C, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. And do the different hair types. And you can see that, the searches, it has a low search, but it has a good return rate. I mean, just this one topic, the only one that has a bad one is, and it's not really bad, it's just normal. But most of them have a 90% chance of getting on the first page by using this key phrase. Again, you want to make sure that it's a key phrase you can write about and that's related to our topic.
I got my key phrase from this chart.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
just for hair. This is just for hair. I got that from this chart.
Yep. I mean, it's a great place. And like I said, I try to update them every time we get a new product to use. This is usually where I put it. So if you bookmark this site, this Google Doc, and just come in, I will actually be putting, I'll put a header up here, so next one will probably be survival keywords. It might be clothing. I think I already have one for clothing in one of these other ones. One of these two. This one is all related to food, so guys, you can go in there and look. This one's about Greek muses and different things like that, about wines. This is just a bunch of different keywords for a bunch of different things. So I'll actually be creating folders for different products of things that we can market, and going to have key phrases that y'all can be searching for. Because if you're not bringing in your income, or you don't have another way of having income coming in, Jaxie can be a strain on your budget, because it is $50 a month. I tell some of my students, hey, do it for 1 month, copy as many key phrases as you can in a Google Doc and then cancel it after a month.
Mhm.
You know, but again, it's just one of those things that you have to see if that's something you want to invest in. But there's so many of us MSIs that have it. If your
Mhm.
MSI has it, just go and say, hey, can you do a key search word for me?
Mhm.
If they can't do it or they don't have it, you can always ask me. I do it for my
Yeah.
students all the time. You
Yeah.
know, they just say, hey, I'm trying to do a page on this. What's some key phrases? And I'd create a document just like this and send it to them. So again, this is just one of those things that will help you determine some key phrases, or if you're modifying a page and need a new key phrase, they're here.
Can you look at the one I sent you on Skype? Can you look at it? The one I have on Skype? I sent you on Skype?
Oh, that one. I have to look at it first. That's something that we try not to share until we look at it and make sure it's something good that everybody can use.
Yeah, well, that's why I
But-
sent it to you, so you
Yep.
can check it
I'll
out.
look at it, and then
Okay.
it might be something we're going to be talking about
Okay.
next week.
Okay,
But this will be my last week doing the wine and dine, and then in July I'll be doing the Thursday training. So if y'all got some topics you want to talk about for Thursday or want me to cover on Thursdays,
Cool.
you know how to reach me. Not
yeah,
that I don't have, you know, plenty that I can talk about, but I always like
Right.
to make sure that I talk about what students need.
tell me about the scholarship that you got.
Huh?
Tell me about the scholarship that you got.
What scholarship?
I don't know, did you get a scholarship at some time in your life?
Yeah.
What kind of scholarship?
Academic.
What kind of academic? So we can all feel better. What kind of academic woman?
I went to a high school. We had about 400 people,
Yes.
400 seniors in our graduating class. I was sixth. I graduated sixth in my
Number
class.
6 out of 400.
Yeah, my
Okay, folks, so now you know why what we're dealing with, okay?
and the sixth, and the one Miss
Dealing with a brain.
my best friend, her name was Katie. Her
Uh-huh.
her GPA was 98
Uh-huh.
point something, and the rest of us that 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, we were like 97, 7, 97, 6. It literally went that way because we were all best friends,
Yeah, well,
and
okay.
that's
Yeah.
the way it was. And I was like, man, which one did you get an A and I got an A- or a B? Which one?
We knew it was something exceptional about you. Now we know, okay,
Right,
guys?
yeah.
Now we know, team. You understand? You got a 97, 4th or 6th in our 400 class, and she got a 97. She got a scholarship. We know what we're dealing with now. But we're
Yeah.
blessed because
She's
she
a
has the
smart
knowledge,
lady.
and yes, she has the knowledge, but she also has the patience to share it, and that's the
Yes.
beautiful thing about it.
Well, thank you, lady.
Wow.
Thank you. But yeah,
We love you,
God
Sheila.
knew
We're
what
all
he was
scratching our
doing.
head. How is she doing all this?
God knew what he was doing. That's all I can say is he really made me unique, and I had to quit fighting it because I did. I fought it for a long time. Was why I was always different. Why I always had to figure things out, you know, and ask questions. I mean, I had professors used to get so mad at me for asking questions. I could tie up a whole class by asking questions. I was that student that was like, why? Tell me
Me
why.
too.
I think that's what's happening with me. People don't understand. I don't learn any other way now unless I research and ask questions. I can't just
No.
can't modify a page. I gotta
Yeah,
have the
and that was
information.
one thing, you know, when I talked to Roy, you know, I told him, I said, it's not that I question people or their
Right.
motives. I
Right.
just have to make it click here for me.
Exactly.
I have to make sense out of it before I can write
Exactly.
about it and be
Exactly.
coherent about it. I
That's-
just don't want to take somebody else's words and
That's the way I
modify
am.
their words with a thesaurus, which is what I did the first time. And I
Mhm.
was not happy with my site because
Yeah.
I still felt like it wasn't mine.
Exactly.
Right.
So I had to go back and figure out who I was as a person. And then it was like, okay, do you really care what somebody else's thinks, or are you going to really make this site yours and draw the people that you want to draw? And that's when I was like, yep, that's what I'm gonna do. If they
Yeah.
don't like my site, they don't have to come to it. Plain
Exactly.
and simple. But I'm going to be me, and I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to be open, and I'm going to give people both sides of anything that I find. If I find a bunch of negative, they're going to know about it,
Right. Right.
you
right.
know,
That's the
or
way
I'm not
I-
going to
I-
write about it. Plain and simple. If it's
I
too negative, I'll leave it alone.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Or
this is
like Miss Levette, you know, if it goes really bad against what she wants to portray in her site, she doesn't have to put it in there.
can't put it-
Nobody's going to say, "Oh, you didn't do that." It's her site.
Yeah, yeah. But
She
that,
can do what she wants to with it. I promise you, there's going to be something else comes out that God's going to reward her for and say, "Okay, this is what I want you to write about."
well,
It's
we
going
got
to
a lot
take
of
up
good
that
stuff
same
in
space,
here.
and she'll be getting just as much
Yeah,
traffic.
Right.
yeah. We got some good stuff I can relate to and I can
Yep.
write about, you know, so it's good stuff.
I,
I'm
yeah,
excited
I
about
promise
it.
you, you're not going to be lacking for things to write about.
Right.
Not with this, not with Rory and Tanya
Mm-mm.
and the programs that we got coming down the pike.
And I love this. I was just, my son called while we were on what, and I told him I'm busy. I love this. I said I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I love it. I'll talk to you later. You know,
Yep.
one of those kind of things, because I gotta pay attention, take notes.
Right.
But this is me. My God, this is me. I
Yep.
love
And
this.
and my husband, he totally understands. He knows when he sees me leave my office, because I
Mhm.
get claustrophobic being back there, because it's, even though it's quiet,
Mhm.
I like to be around chaos sometimes. I need that.
Mhm.
And so when he sees me come in the living room with him with the TV on, watching some fishing show, which is always on, some bass tournament he's watching, and the
Mhm.
kids running around or whatever, he knows I need that, and he won't tell nobody to be quiet, because he used to say, "All right, Mama's in here working, y'all got to be quiet," and I was like, "No, keep going," because then that helps me, because I've gotten a block. And
Right.
usually seeing life continue, that things are still happening, life goes on, it helps me go, okay, now it clears
Yeah,
that block. Sometimes you can get too quiet and
Yeah.
you can't think. Some people need that quiet to think.
Mhm.
I'm kind of both. If I get a block, usually I go outside and sit on the deck and watch nature.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll take my grandchildren and we're like, all right, let's go to the pool. Let's go to the park. I need some other activity. And then it's just like, okay, there's my idea. Or sometimes it's just God saying, you need to get up. There's something I got to show you. You need
Right.
something I need you to see, because I need you to write about it.
Yeah.
And that's happened more often than not. And I've learned to just go with it. If I get the urge to get up and leave, then I grab the kids and it's like, okay, we got to go. Well, where we going, Mama? I don't know. I'll know when we
No.
get there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so sometimes, guys, you have to go with your gut feeling.
Mhm.
Even on a page, like Roy did a page today from Tom Bartolo. You know, he took the V medical and he went towards the Star Trek theme. You know, but that's what he could relate to. And when he said that, I was like, oh my God, I'm a sci-fi buff too. And I was like, he totally stole my thunder, but that's okay.
You can make it up.
I was like, there's other sci-fi movies out there that I can
Mhm.
find that has the same technology like that they were
Mhm.
using
Mhm.
and do the same thing. And that's the good thing about having that, is that you can write from your perspective, your own views of the same kind of thing. You know, somebody else can use the Star Trek term, you know, and instead of using the girl, they can, you know, go to where it was Spock, you know, it's like, because I like Spock. I didn't really care for the girl, but you know, but there's other movies that's out there that went from a sci-fi futuristic aspect that had this type of technology that you can use. And then you can do from Roy's side, just go straight from what can it do for me? You know, what's it going to do for the person that's going to use it? How is it going to enhance their life, make their medical prospects better? So again, there's just different ways that you can look at things, and we all have a voice, and you need to find your voice and find what makes you tick and put it on paper. Just like one of my students, she had a student that was getting ready to quit. And I called her yesterday, and that was the thing she was saying, is that she's modifying all these pages. And she's like, but it's not really me. I just feel like I'm taking somebody else's words and changing them around. And she said, now we got all this other stuff. And she's like, I don't know what to do. And that was her problem, was she was trying to still make it sound like somebody else and not her.
Right.
And that's why I told her, I said, you need to write it the way you want to. When she was afraid, she's like, but that's not right. I said, who said it's not right?
Right.
This is your website, guys.
Yeah.
You make it about you, your experiences, your research, your voice needs to come through. When people come to your website, they're going to learn who you are by how you write and what you write. You know, they're going to become accustomed to you, and they're going to get comfortable with you because you relate to them.
Mhm.
That's why it says not everybody's going to like your site, but the people that likes your site are the people that need to be there.
Right.
And they're going to be your dedicated customers. And guess what? They're going to bring people just like them to come to your site. Your shopping mall is going to be their home to whenever they need something, they're going to go to you first.
Right.
And that's what you want. So
Mhm.
if it takes you a day or so to say, okay, let me step back, find out who I am, then you do that. And once you discover it, don't let anybody get you off your path.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
then the next thing you know, Miss Linda Marie, you're going to be second guessing yourself. You're going to be rewriting pages that you rewrote 10 times,
Uh-huh.
and you're still going to be where you are. You're not going to progress. Quit. Once you get that green and green and it's your words, move on.
Move on.
Well, there's my hang up though. I'm not sure if it's my words or
It
not.
don't matter. If you spent 2 months on one page, it's yours. Move on.
Right.
It's lovely. And you got green and green too, but you write
Move
them
on.
all.
When you get more acclimated and more custom and more confident in yourself and your whole website is done, then you revisit those that you felt uncomfortable with.
Okay.
Okay?
So
And that goes
what
for
direction,
everybody.
what
When you
direction
get-
should I be going with all the pages I've still got to do? Which direction should I
I'm
be
working on your homework. Trust me,
Are you?
it's on my
Okay.
to-do list.
Okay.
Can I have your Prime Chat phone number?
Sure. Hold up, I got to find it. I got to see which one I used. I
Or
think
you
I,
just- Cause
Uh,
I tried to hook you up and it just didn't appear. Do you use your full name or you use a different name?
no, I use my name.
You wouldn't come up. I said, where is she?
That's something I've been looking into being paid to watch TV. You know, I'm gonna get dead out of that. And then underneath this $190-something cable bill, $179 cable bill.
Wow.
Oh, girl, you could get the full Prime Chat for Prime TV for $50 a month.
Yeah. And the internet.
But we don't have internet yet.
Yeah.
But we gotta get internet.
They're working on it. Oh,
Well,
I
the
let that
electric
slip.
company's got
Don't tell
internet.
anybody.
The electric company
Well,
has
okay,
internet.
send me your number though, okay?
Okay,
All right. Thank you.
you're welcome. But yeah, guys, there's just a lot of stuff. And like I said, we got 24 of the 50. And as soon as they get the Sephora platform ready and get all the new upgrades done to it, if you got money in there, it's going to be released. If it's pending, it's going to go into your wallet so you can move it. And all these links are going to start showing up in there. And you can, but go ahead and market your pages. Go ahead and put your internal links in these pages
Okay,
and
okay.
start marketing them.
We got
that
some
way you can
pages
get
here. I got pages I can relate to. I'm so happy.
Exactly. And
I'm
that's
gonna
what
be
you
very
want.
busy. I told my son I'm gonna be very busy. I
Yep.
got the basics. I got the basic technology. I can move now. I can work now. So I'm excited.
That's why I said
Come on, Linda Marie.
once it clicks,
Yeah,
it's like, oh my God,
yeah,
I got a
yeah.
lot to do that you didn't
Yeah.
know you needed to do.
yeah.
So until then,
right.
it's just like you're going through the motions and you're doing
Mhm.
what everybody's telling you, but you don't understand why.
Right.
But you're
right.
continuing to do stuff. It's like I said, you're doing busy work because
Yeah,
that's what they told you to do.
yeah.
Right.
But once that light bulb goes off and it clicks, then
Yeah.
you don't need nobody to tell you to do because you know what you need to do.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Or you know what to ask.
Exactly.
Exactly. Linda Marie, we got this thing, girl.
Yeah.
I gotta get the thing about it is, and this is and I'm trying to tell everybody, a day, 24 hours is all you need to modify a page. If you're spending more time than that, you're overthinking it.
Okay.
Go
Well-
with what, and this is what I told Tanya and I told Rory when we were in Destin, because they asked me how I write pages. And I said, I write them from my heart.
Mhm.
I said, and once I write it and I got green and green, I don't go back and check for spelling errors. I don't go back and check for grammar errors. I said, because that's what God put on my heart and that's the way I'm leaving it. If I change anything, it changes the meaning he wants me to portray out there.
Right. Right.
So when
right.
people come back and they read my page and say, oh, well, you spelled this wrong, or you need a punctuation here, or you didn't capitalize that. I was like, thank you for the, critique.
Mhm.
I appreciate it. But I don't change it. And the reason being, people don't relate to perfection.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
relate to a
puts- it
mistake
puts you
because
way
then they're
above their
like,
head.
oh, you're like me. You messed up. You know, they're not looking for that mistake, but when they see it, it makes them humanize you more and they
Mhm.
relate to you more
Mhm.
and they will continue reading. If your
Yeah.
page is perfect, not saying that you're not going to write a perfect page, you will.
Mhm.
But when I write a page that God has put on my heart or something, I just go and write and I finish it in an hour, I never go back to reread it
Mhm.
because there's a reason I wrote it the way it is.
Mhm.
Right.
And I will never change it. And Tanya just looked at me and she's like, I said, I never change it. I said, because there's somebody out there that needs to read that mistake.
Right.
There's somebody out there that needs to see that I'm not perfect, that they can do a business and not be perfect.
Right.
Right.
So whenever that comes across and you get that idea, I got to write this page and you just can't do anything until you get that page done.
Uh-huh.
You write that page, you read it through one time, you put your pictures and you leave it. If you come back 2 days later and read it and you say, oh, there's a mistake, don't change it.
Yes, ma'am.
There's a reason that you wrote it that way
Mhm.
Right.
and you don't know who needs to see it. But
Right.
one day, 24 hours is all you need to modify a page. If you're spending 3, 2, 4, a week on modifying a page, that's too long.
Oh, I got it. Okay.
If you're revisiting a page after you've done it, that's a mistake.
Okay.
And the reason I'm saying that's a mistake, especially if your whole website's not done, is because you'll go back and you'll say, oh, I could have put this in there. I needed to put this in there. You've changed because you've done something or you heard somebody else, then your whole thinking pattern changed.
Oh.
So then you go back and you're like, well, I needed to change this. No, the way you wrote it the first time is the way it needs to be until you get more custom and more comfortable in your website. Then you go back and change it.
Okay. Good. Good. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But until your website is complete, meaning that your original content that is there that you got when you got your PBS, until all those pages are modified and you are comfortable writing your own stuff, don't go back and rework your stuff you've already reworked.
What happens when you do go back and you read it and it sounds like somebody took something in there? It's weird. It doesn't sound like me. It happens, but
I'm gonna tell, and I've had people tell me that they swear up and down somebody's gone in and changed their website.
Yeah.
And you want me to tell you what it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
You've grown. Your way of thinking has changed, and that's one of the first pages you've done, and you've tried to put it in Roy or Paul or whoever else's voice it was in. It wasn't yours. So when you go back and read it, where you are now and the changes you've gone through, it sounds like somebody totally different because at the time it was.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I
that's good
promise
enough.
you, nobody can go in your site except you, your instructor, and Rory and Matt. That's it.
Right.
Okay.
Unless you give somebody else permission, and I highly don't do that unless it's an MSI that you trust. Never give another student your password to your site or anybody outside of RRR27 that you don't totally trust, and that should only be your upline, immediate upline, which is your MSI or Rory. That's or Tanya. Matt is over technical, so he has to get in it to make sure that all of our systems are legal and following the FTC guidelines for marketing. But I promise you, if you go to a page and you're like, man, somebody put something in there and they're old. When I say old, 2 or 3 months, maybe even a year old, it's not that somebody's changed it, it's that you've changed and your thinking process has changed. And those are pages you did when you first came in, when you were a robot and just modifying.
So it's best just to leave them until you finish everything else and then go back. Because I told them I would apply for Google AdSense in September, maybe the second week in September. So
but if you're finished your whole site, before you apply for Google AdSense, those are the pages you need to go and rework.
Oh, we're going to be, Sheila, we're going to be doing a lot of work. You and I.
Hey, I'm here. I mean,
without checking with you.
I literally, I question Google all the time. When I never didn't get rejected. I got approval the first time, but it's when people come back to me and they ask me, I mean, I've had people come to me 6 or 7, they've been rejected 6 or 7 times and they're like, I don't understand I
Right,
used to write contracts, so I can go and read Google and
right, right.
read the things that say what they need to do.
Mm-hmm,
And most of the time, like Roy says, it's because, hey, you didn't do enough advertising. But
mm-hmm,
if you go back and look at it, it's because your pages, even though you modified them and got green and green,
mm-hmm.
your content doesn't flow. And Google can see that,
Mm.
even though there's bots in there, they can see it's choppy. They can see, hey, this part of the website sounds really good. It's really unique. This
Mm-hmm.
part sounds like somebody else. Their writing style's
Mm.
different. What's copied, what's not. And they're
Right,
not going to
right,
tell you that.
right. Okay, good.
So that's why I say once you get your website totally done
Mm-hmm.
and you've started writing your own content, and never submit to Google unless you have at least 10 to 15 original pages. When I
Yeah.
say original, they're totally yours. Nobody can come in and say that you copied off their page and reworked it. It's yours from beginning to end.
They say I have 89 drafts.
All right. If you have less than 100 pages in your site, don't even apply.
Yeah, I said I have 89 drafts, not pages, they're drafts.
Google doesn't see drafts, so yeah, you're fine. But yeah, and that's the other thing with Google. If you have less than 100 pages, they say you don't have enough of content.
Okay. I got a lot of work to do. I'm ready.
So, but yeah, Google likes to have a cohesive flow to your site. In other words, they need to see the same consistency in every page. They need to see you in every page. That means your sentence structure, your
Mhm.
verbiage, your
Mhm.
tone of your pages should
Right.
flow. It should have a commonality to it.
Good, good,
It
good, good.
shouldn't be broken up. That's why I say finish your whole site, then go back to when you first came in and look at those pages. That's why I say it's important when you start a page to change that date so you can see when you went into that page.
Mhm. Okay, good.
I promise you, if you look at a page today that you started, if you came in a year ago or 2 years ago, you're
Mhm.
going to be like Miss Levette. Somebody's been in my website. If you've grown and you've discovered your voice, you're gonna be like me, look at it and go, oh my God, how did I publish that page?
Okay.
Because it's gonna sound totally against how you feel and think now. It's gonna sound like garbage.
Mhm. Good, good.
And
All
and I promise you, it's not that anybody's went into your site. It's because you've grown as a writer and as a person and how you want your site to be.
Okay.
You found your direction, so to speak.
Mhm. Beautiful. No, thank you very much.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, this is great sense. I'm excited. I'm telling you, I'm so excited. You know, I want to see who I really am.
Yep. And this is one of these paths that it will. Like I said, when I first started, I was still very corporate. I was still very much in the business world, and my pages reflected it. It didn't reflect who I really was. It reflected who I turned into because I had to in the world I was in.
Mhm.
And after my mom rejected my second draft of my website, I was just like, okay, I got to find out what's wrong with it. Cause she just said, am I reading a business proposal, a document? What have you done? And I went like, what? But it sounded great to me, but that's what I was used to. I was used to writing business proposals and documents
yeah.
and stuff for HR and, very professional writing style.
Yeah.
And I was like, I stepped away, went on a cruise with my cousin, because she was getting married. I was her wedding coordinator and matron of honor,
Mhm.
and had fun, literally had fun. And they
Yeah.
kept talking about how things I used to do, and how fun I was. I was like, yeah, I did. I didn't have a care in the world, tried everything at least once, and I was like, yeah, what happened to her? And I found her
Yeah.
again. And
Yeah.
once I did, I came back to my site and I was like, oh my God, I see what Mama was saying. And changed my whole site. It took me a whole week. The first time I did it, it was a weekend. But when I did it the second time, it took me a whole week. And I started from the very first page, went from the post. I just opened up post, went from the first one, walked all the way down. Then I went to pages and started at the first one and went all the way down through each page, modified every one of them to make it sound like me, the real me.
Mhm.
And then I submitted it to Google AdSense and got a reply the very next day, literally the next day.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And I told my sponsor, Deb Lizzie, God rest her soul, she passed away this year. I told her, I said, oh, by the way, she asked, she went and read my site, and she's like, oh, you need to apply for Google AdSense. I said, I did. She's like, oh, those aren't Amazon. I was like, no, that's Google
Mhm.
Ads. She's like, oh my God, you've only been in 3 weeks. I was like, yeah.
Wow. It's amazing.
I was
Yeah.
like, it had to be done. So I got it done. You know, that
Yeah.
was just me. You know, it had to be done. I got it done. But and I'm still that way. If it's got to be done, I'll get it done.
Right.
So that's one thing, you guys, everybody can't work at my pace. Everybody can't work at Roy's pace. You
Right.
work at your pace. If that means you write a page a day, write a page a day. If
Mhm.
that means it's going to take you 2 days to write a page, make it be
Mhm.
productive, but
Right.
don't go over 2 days. Now, if
Okay.
you're working a full-time job, then yeah, you got to work it when you can,
2 days.
but make sure that it's a quality time in it. I always say quality, not quantity.
Mhm.
When you
Well-
have 2 hours, make those 2 hours productive.
Yeah. But topics I know about, I can right away. But a lot of these topics I don't know about, and therefore that's what causes the research because
Yep.
I don't know about it. You
But
know,
the
and that's-
research is part of working your site. I mean, I might
that's
spend
who
2
I
or 3
am.
days researching, but once I get all my research notes together, I'll write
Yeah.
that page in a day. It's still a day writing the page, but it
Yeah.
might take you 2 or 3 days to do the research until
Yeah.
you're comfortable. My Bitcoin page, I kid you not, it took me 4 months to write it.
Yeah. Thank you. Make me feel better. May
Yeah.
take me a year.
It took me 4 months to write it because and I even went to a seminar
Yeah.
and I got more
Because you want to know
confused.
what it is. Yeah. You wanna,
I got more confused going to that seminar than I did watching YouTube videos.
right.
I was just, because he couldn't answer my questions that I was
Right.
asking.
Mm,
And,
mm,
you
mm.
know, it was just one of those places they wanted people to invest in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, where did Bitcoin come from? How does it help me? What's the value of it currently? How fast is it going to grow? You know, is it going to be around? He couldn't answer me,
Yeah. I
you
admit
know,
I-
because the answers would deter some people from investing in his Bitcoin company.
yeah.
So I walked out of that seminar more confused than ever.
Yeah.
So I just did a lot of YouTube researches, a lot of Google
Yeah.
research on Bitcoin and Bitcoin companies. And that's once I felt comfortable on my knowledge of Bitcoin, I wrote my own page. Until then,
Yeah.
I used the one Roy had. I didn't even modify it that much because I
Right.
didn't know about it. I couldn't.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's one of the pages I literally had a thesaurus.
Yeah, I ordered a Bitcoin Made Easy book. I
Mhm.
ordered one of those where I could sit down, but I can't look at that now because I got all these other pages I got to finish where it's easier to understand,
Yep.
even if I don't know about it. The
Yep.
Bitcoin I'm gonna have to put on the shelf until I get the others done.
Yep. And that's the thing. Do the easy first and then do the
Yeah.
hard for last, because that's
Yeah.
the one's going to take up most of your time.
Exactly.
But for
Exactly.
those of you that, you know, other than doctor's appointments and taking care of kids like I do, you should a page a day. And
Yeah.
then if you have other things, then, you know, work it out. If you can't do a page a day, then you do a page one day, advertise the next day. Do research the next day, then start your page on the 4th day. But every day you should be doing something for your website.
Okay. All right. Thank you so very much. We kept you for quite a while today.
Sheila, I sent you a message and,
Yes.
okay.
And your phone,
Yes.
your prime
It-
phone number.
And I'm gonna answer you, Nicole, about that. It is accessible, but they are not supposed to go in it. It's actually tracked when anybody goes in it. And trust me, Roy will let anybody know that's not supposed to be in it. They will get reprimanded for it, but they are not supposed to go into your website. They can see it if they have access to Trello, but they are not supposed to go in it. That's a big no-no. You only have access or have permission to go into your students' personal students' websites or any student that gives you permission to go into it. That is it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody put something online on one of my pages. I said, where did that come from? You know, but I'll just leave it.
Yeah. So sometimes, you know, and that's the thing. You're not with what's happened recently, with the ones that are no longer here.
do that before Google. Is that
Nah.
true?
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
gotcha.
No, I had mine at Google when I applied for Google. It was pink. I'm sorry. I'm a rebel. Ask my daddy. ask my daddy. He'll tell you in a
You-
minute. She's a
Just ask a lot
rebel.
of questions.
I am a rebel.
Mm.
So when you go to customize, you're going to go here to your colors, and you're going to select your background color and your link color. The background color really isn't going to make a difference because I have a customized background, but you can still select it because then that will change your headlines to that color. So you
Okay.
can actually have two different colors. The only thing is it's going to be throughout your whole site. You can't come here and say, well, I want this page to be black and I want this page to be green. It doesn't work that way. Whatever your customized color is, that's going to be through your whole site.
All right.
And then once you choose your color, you're just going to hit your published. And then you're going to go out of it. And then when you go back to your site, then you're going to see your customized colors. Now, when you are modifying and editing a page, everything's in black. But once you publish it and go see it, then it will revert to your customized colors. But no, Google likes different. And that's where a lot of people don't understand. And sometimes it makes me cringe when I hear these instructors say, don't do that, don't do that. Google likes different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. They do have certain parameters like the category menu. They like to see that all basically about the same. You can add a few things here and there. They like to see it alphabetized. They like to see images, not a lot. They don't want your website to be a picture book.
Right.
But there are certain pages that you are going to have a lot of pictures, you know, especially if you're talking about travel and vacation sites, you're going to have a few pictures. You want, I tell my students about every 150, 200 words, you want an image. There's certain, like here, there's certain places you might put 2 images, you know, you just never know. I'm trying to think of what page I made the other day and I had a side-by-side image. What was that page I made?
Side by side pictures.
Yeah, I got side by, and God, I can't remember what it was. Yeah, my Napa Chic. So let's go to my Napa Chic. I think that's one where I got side by side images because there's a lot of, you know, things I wanted to show. And it was like, okay, I need smaller images. So like this, you know, I did side by side images. I need to go in and actually make this smaller because it didn't look that way. But see how this, I got side by side images because I wanted to show we have Napa Chic for men and I wanted to feature the wines, Napa Chic for women. Again, discover your own unique style. You know, I still wanted to portray men and women in there. So Google likes that. They don't want the image to overtake them so that they don't have anywhere to advertise. So that's the other thing you want to make sure that when you do advertise, and I always choose a image that I want to represent my page. Now, if you don't do that, then Google will choose, like Roy said, the first image that appears on your page. Now, the other thing about that is depending on the site you're advertising, they all have different image parameters. So if your first image is too small, it will go through your website and choose the image that comes closest to the size requirement they need. But if you select an image that you want to represent your page, so like with this one, when you go to your edit, Marcus, get out of there. So when you go down here, it's going to ask you to select a featured image. And it will tell you when you do it that you have a certain parameter you have to meet. And it will tell you like Facebook, I think it's 1020 by 1020. No, 1020 by 950. Instagram, I think it's 988 by 988. It might have them reversed. Instagram's a bigger picture than Facebook. So, but if you select one, then that picture is going to follow your page. It's always going to follow your page. The one thing is if you publish your page first and then come in and make a featured image and update, sometimes it doesn't stick. So the best thing to do is switch to draft. But if you've advertised it, never switch to draft. It changed your logarithms. It wipes out your search, the amount of people that searched for it, and it makes it like a new page. So if you've already advertised, don't do it. Don't put it back in draft and then update it or publish it again with the featured image. But you can always select a featured image. Then that way, anytime you advertise your link, this image is always going to show up or follow my link. Always, no matter what the requirements are. So that's how you can choose it. And I always try to make every page I have is going to have a meme, because I want them to see my picture and say, oh, what's this? You know, and my meme's going to be directed to another page. It might be the page I'm talking about. So again, there's several different things that you can do to make your page strictly unique. Colorization is another one, colorizing your links. Again, just don't make it too flamboyant, but Google likes different. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. I am done.